Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today's recipe is all about matcha. So in this recipe, I'm going to show you how to use it in two different ways with these golden brown crispy donuts. So let's dive in. The first thing you're going to do to get started is the donut dough. So in a stand electric mixer, you're going to add in the almond milk, warm water, warm brown butter, sugar, and last but not least, the yeast. Give this a quick stir and let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes until it becomes frothy and alive. Next, you're going to add in the bread flour and knead it on low to medium speed using the dough hook attachment for about 5 to 7 minutes. As it's mixing, the dough should form a small ball around the hook and will become very stretchy and elastic. Once it's done kneading, you're going to lightly flour your working surface and transfer the dough onto the floured countertop. Knead the dough for about a minute or so to form a smooth ball, then lightly coat a medium mixing bowl with melted butter or canola oil and add the dough to it. Flip the dough over to coat it in the butter, then cover it in plastic and set it in a warm place to double in size. About an hour or so should do the trick. Alright, so as the dough is proofing, we're going to make the matcha custard filling. So grab a small sauce pot and add the almond milk to it along with the sugar, matcha powder, and vanilla extract. Turn the heat on low to medium, give it a quick whisk, and bring the mixture up to a simmer. As it's coming up to temperature, add in the cornstarch and whisk until there's no lumps and it starts to thicken. After that, you're going to crack an egg into a small mixing bowl and ladle a small portion of the hot matcha mixture straight inside the same bowl, and you're going to quickly whisk everything together and slowly transfer the egg custard back to the hot sauce pot and whisk vigorously as you temper it together. Once that's done, you're going to bring the mixture back to a simmer for about 2 minutes while you're constantly stirring, and then you're going to transfer it to a bowl, cover with plastic, and put it into the fridge to cool down and thicken up. After the custard's all finished up, we're going to make a very simple matcha glaze. So you're going to add some vanilla extract, matcha powder, powdered sugar, and some almond milk to a small mixing bowl and give it a good whisk. It should come together very easily, and you can adjust the consistency with more or less of the powdered sugar depending on how thin or thick you like your glaze. When you're done with the glaze, set it aside, flour your working surface, and begin kneading the proofed donut dough into a small smooth ball. Flatten it out with your hands, then roll it out to about 1/4 inch thickness and cover it with a damp towel and let it rise for about 20 minutes or so. Once the dough is finally proofed, you're going to lightly flour the edges of your ring cutter, then punch out all of your donut rounds. Remove the excess dough and begin frying the donut dough for 2 to 3 minutes on each side in canola oil that's around 350 degrees Fahrenheit. You don't really want these to be dark golden brown, so pull them out before they get too dark, otherwise the dough gets too crispy and tends not to hold the custard filling as well. When the donuts reach that perfect golden brown color, transfer them to a plate lined with paper towels and continue to fry the rest of your punched out donuts. Now that the donuts are ready to be filled, fit a pastry bag with a star tip, Fill it up with the custard and begin carefully filling all the donuts with the matcha custard. Once they're all filled up, dip the top of the donuts in your glaze and set them on a wire rack to set up for about a minute or two, and then they are ready to be devoured by all your donut-loving friends and family. What up, guys? All right, so these green tea matcha donuts that are glazed and stuffed are finished. They look absolutely beautiful. I'm really excited about this recipe. I've had loads of matcha requests or matcha recipe requests for my channel. So finally I'm getting to it. I applied the donut technique to matcha, and these are what I came up with. They're really, really pretty little beautiful morsels of green tea, crispy, chewy, soft, filled donuts. So I'm gonna dive in, tell you guys how these taste, and let's dive in. Okay, so these have had a chance to set up a little bit. That's why the top is not as shiny as it was in the intro, but I'm excited to taste the filling, so all right. Oh, yes. This one too. This one doesn't have as much filling, but all right, one more go. Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. The matcha has this like earthy, kind of floral, that very familiar green tea taste to it, but it's a little bit more deep in flavor than just a traditional green tea, or that green tea flavor that, you know, some of you might be used to. I don't know, it's a very unique flavor, very unique to what it is, and it's, you know, matcha powder, that really hyper condensed super green matcha green tea, and it's such a beautiful flavor. I love playing with it. The color is absolutely beautiful as well, and it's just one of those ingredients that if you use once, you'll want to use for a lot of different things and kind of recreate things and explore new territory in the culinary world. So this was definitely fun to make. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this recipe. If you did, make sure you give it a huge thumbs up. Comment down below for future video requests, things you want to see on my channel, and of course subscribe at the end of this, or subscribe right now, and I will see you guys next time with another recipe. Later.